Yes. Good morning, children. Now, in last period, we all discussed about our Earth. You know that Earth is a third planet from the Sun, and this is the fifth largest planet in the solar system. And our Earth is a home for all living beings like human being, plants and other species. Because Earth have a suitable distance from the Sun, range of temperature, atmosphere and water cycle. For other factors, our Earth is called a home for all living beings. Yes. The nextly, total diameter of the Earth is 510 million square kilometer. Among this, 361 is a water body and 149 it's covered by land. So land and water is uneven distribution. And nextly, our Earth, it got a name called the blue planet, watery planet and unique planet. All the names given to our Earth. And nextly, children, you know that Earth, it is in geode shape or spherical shape or oblate shape, because there is a 42 million kilometers is the difference between polar and the equator. So Earth, it is in the spherical shape. And you know that there are continents. The large land masses are called a continent. Asia is the largest continent. Australia is the smallest continent. And the large water bodies are known as oceans. Pacific Ocean is the deepest ocean and peaceful ocean. You know that our Earth divided into two parts by equator. Northern part is called a northern hemisphere. Southern part is called a southern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere is called land hemisphere. Southern hemisphere is called a water hemisphere. You learned already in the last class. And also you have learned about the imaginary lines called a latitude and longitude. The imaginary line drawn on a globe or a map from east to west, they are called a latitude. And the imaginary line drawn on a globe or a map from north to south are called a longitude. These lines all intersect each other at the right angle. That system is called a grid system. Right? You know this. And also learn about latitudes, features of latitudes, important latitudes. You are already learned in the previous class. Now, I will go to discussing with you about longitudes. Right? Yes. Longitudes. Yes, there is a picture about latitudes. You know this? The latitudes are the imaginary lines are drawn on a globe or a map from north to south or called a longitudes. And also another name also given to this question. The lines are intersect at right angle through the equator. They are also called a longitudes. Another names given to this one. See, on the globe, these longitudes are semicircles run from the north to south across the equator. These lines are short in length, and these lines are also called a meridians. You learn this point, children. Meridians means merid means mid, dia means day, midday. Merid means mid, dia means day, midday. Because all the places they are experienced at noon at the same time. So these lines were called a meridians of longitude. Right? And nextly, the prime meridian. This line passed through the Greenwich of London. London, this is the prime meridian. The measurement of this line is 0 degree, and this line passed through the Greenwich of London. To the east of this line is called a eastern hemisphere. To the east, of this prime meridian is called a eastern hemisphere. To the west of this prime meridian is called a western hemisphere. Eastern hemisphere, western hemisphere. In the eastern hemisphere, there were 180-degree latitudes. To the western hemisphere, there were 180-degree latitudes. Means 180 latitude in the east and 180 latitude in the west. 180 plus 180, that is 360 latitudes on the earth. There were 360 latitude on the earth. You should keep this point. How many latitude on the earth? Yes, there were 360 latitude on the earth. Next, see, the distance between two latitude is decreased with the distance from the equator. Look at this picture. This is the equator. The distance between these two latitudes decreases with the distance from the equator. So, because all the lines of longitude are converged at the pole, north pole and south pole. So, all the lines of longitude are converged at the pole. So, the distance between the two longitude decreases with the distance from the equator. And nextly, the distance between these two longitude is 111 kilometer. 111 kilometer. That is the distance between two longitudes is 111 kilometer. Like this, there are 360 longitudes on the earth. We are marked these lines on globe or a map. Right? Yes. Now I will come and discuss with you about time and longitude. Time and the longitudes. Yes. Okay. We know this. There is a close relationship with time and longitudes. We know that Earth is rotating on its axis with the take of 24 hours. With the take of 24 hours. And there are 360 longitudes on the Earth. You know that there are 360 longitudes on the Earth. So, one longitude to another longitude, Sun take to complete from one longitude to another longitude. Sun take hours is 4 minutes. From one longitude to another longitude, Sun take a hour for 4 minutes. Right? Like this, Sun take 60 minutes to complete its focus on a longitude. 60 minutes. 15 longitudes are completed by the Sun from 60 minutes. Like this way, how many hours taken Sun for complete 360 longitudes? We shall calculate here. See, there are 360 longitudes multiplied by 4. 4 0 0. 6 4 24. 2 carry. 3 4 12 plus. Yes, 140. There were 1440 divided by 60 minutes. Right. What is 10 taken? 60. Yes, 60 into 4. We have multiplied this. Yes, 60 into 24. Right, this is so. 6 0 is 4 0, 4 0 is 0, 6 4 is 24, 2 0 is 0, 6 2 is 12. Right. 1440 here. So 60 24 are 60 24 are 1440. So there are remaining 0. So Sun take to complete 24 hours to 360 longitudes on the Earth. So like this way, Sun complete focus on Earth one day. Right? So naturally we should remember some points here. What is the point here? EAG and WLS. So we learn this one point. Once again I This is a prime meridian. Mind this line pass through the Greenwich of London. So this line we are also called a GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. So here EAG and WLS, East, Gale and EGA, East, Gale and WLS, West, Loss, Subtract, West, Loss, Subtract. EGA means East, Gale and West, Loss, Subtract. What is this? Look at the board. So this is a prime meridian. If we cross this line from east to west, we add a day or date. Understand? If we cross this line from east to west, we should add a day or a date. Suppose today we cross this line. If you think today we cross this line, if it is Thursday, we will think what day? Thursday, 13th date, because to avoid confusion of day and date in the international level, not for India. For the international level, day and date should be avoid confusion. We follow this method. If we cross from the east to west, what we can do? We can add day and date. As like this. If we cross this line from west to east, we subtract day or date. Suppose this day, if we cross this line, if it is Wednesday, we will subtract. What the day? Yes, it is. We think it is Tuesday. The date is 11th. To avoid the mistake, for that reason, the day here international level dateline is in Pacific Ocean. Here international dateline East Gainer. Sorry, children. Okay. I'm sorry. From east to west, we are add. From east to west, we subtract. From east to west, we subtract. From if it is Wednesday, we will think Tuesday. When we cross from east to west, we think. If it is cross this day, from this international dateline, we add from west to east. Like that, international level, to avoid the confusion of day and date, so we follow this method. East gain, add, west loss, subtract. From west to east, if we cross, we are add the day or date. If you cross this line from east to west, subtract the day or date to avoid the confusion of day and date in the international level. So this is the concept of time and longitude. Right. Now I will go to discussing with you about another one. Local time. local time. According to the position of the sun at that place is called a local time. So this local time is based on local meridian or local longitudes. So this is make a confusion in a country. So to avoid this confusion in the world, all the countries are followed the uniform time. That uniform time is called a standard time. Yes, we study now standard time. Right. Standard time. There is a definite confusion in the local time. To avoid of this confusion, the countries of the world, they can follow a uniform time. That uniform time, which is based on central meridian. That meridian passed over a major city or a capital of a country. On the basis of this meridian, the uniform time or standard time is based. So this is all the countries people they can follow. So that one is called as standard time. Standard time means the uniform time followed throughout of a country is known as standard time. The uniform time followed throughout of a country is known as standard time. Like in our India, standard time, which is based on 82 and of east longitude. Our Indian standard time is based on our Indian standard time is based on 82 and of degree east longitude. This line passes over in Uttar Pradesh. This line is Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. This line passed over. On the basis of this line, the uniform time is followed throughout our India. Our Indian time is ahead to the 5.30 minutes, 5 hour 30 minutes Greenwich Mean Time. 5 hour 30 minutes for Greenwich Mean Time. So Greenwich Mean Time is a prime meridian. It is passed through in the London. Right? To the London time, our Indian time is 5 hour 30 minutes fast. So like that, Indian standard time, it is based on Allahabad. Prime meridian pass through in the Allahabad of Uttar Pradesh. Like that, Indian standard time, it based on 82 and of degree east longitude passed over in Allahabad of Uttar Pradesh. So this is called a standard time or uniform time. Next, time zones. Time zone. You know, children, there are large countries in the world, like Russia. That countries, they have faced differences of 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours because they are large land. To avoid this confusion of the time, the world can be divided into 24 time zones. Here, Russia, America, Canada, Australia, these countries they can follow time zones. In Russia, there were 11 time zones are followed by the country. In Canada and USA, there are 5 time zones were followed. And in Australia, there were three time zones were followed by the countries, people. So, country on the basis of this land, they can follow the time zones. Right. So, this is for their time zones. Nextly, international deadline. Children, international deadline is suppose passed over in Pacific Ocean along with the 180-degree longitude, to make a detours to avoid the land masses. That line is known as international deadline. Okay, once again repeat this answer. The line suppose passed over in Pacific Ocean along with 180-degree longitude, but make some detours to avoid the land masses. That line is called an international deadline. Why this line mark? Because to avoid the confusion of day and date. The countries of the world, they can solve their time problem with follow the uniform time and local time, etc. But in international level, the problem will be carried. How this problem can carry? By the circumnavigation. When the circumnavigation conducted by the European people, the problem will be started. What is the problem? The day and date confusion of day and date. So I have already shown this in the last topic. Once again, I repeat this one. How we will solve this problem of day and date? EGA, east, gain, add, and west, loss, subtract. That can remember. This one is right median. So this is the east hemisphere and this is the west hemisphere. You follow this method called EGA, east, gain, add. Then west, loss, subtract. This one follow this method here. So if it is cross this line from east to west, what steps they will take? Subtract means loss, the day or day. If it is next step, if we cross this line, we all think that is Tuesday. The date is 11. Because to avoid the confusion of day and date in other land. So this is one. Next one, if you cross this line from west to east, We will think if it is Wednesday, we will think that is Thursday. The date is 14th or 13th because of avoid of confusion of day and date. In international level, this is a problem. If cross the ship or aeroplane through this line, they can make correction of this day and date. So that purpose, international date line, it marked on the Pacific Ocean along with 190-degree longitude, but it is made detours to avoid the confusion of day and date, to avoid the land masses. That line we call as international date line. Okay, so totally this is the lesson of the Earth, our living planet. And second, children, today's topic, recall. Longitudes, the imaginary line drawn on the globe or map from north to south are called a longitude. Vertical lines are called latitudes. These lines are semicircle, series of circles run from north to south. They are in equal length. Meridian longitudes are called meridians of longitudes. Meridians means midday. The place all are observed noon, mean afternoon. So prime meridian passed over Greenwich of London. This line is called a Greenwich prime meridian. Greenwich mean time. To the east of this prime meridian is called eastern hemisphere. To the west of this prime meridian is called a western hemisphere. In the east, there are 180 of longitude. To the west, there were 180 longitudes. 180 plus 180, there were 360 longitudes on the earth. The distance between the two longitudes decreased with the distance from the equator. Therefore, they are converged at the pole. The distance between two longitudes is 111 kilometer. Right? The longitudes are marked on the globe or a map. Nextly, time and longitudes. Now that our Earth rotates on its axis on 24 hours, Sun takes complete its duty from one longitude to another longitude 4 minutes. Like that, 14 longitudes are completed, 15 longitudes are completed by 60 minutes. So all 360 longitudes are covered by the sun 24 hours. Like that, EGA, WLS. You can keep this point in your mind. And nextly, local time. Here, local time means according to the sun. According to the position of the sun at that place is called a local time. The local time is on local meridian. There were a lot of confusion. To avoid the confusion of this local time, the countries of the world, they can follow uniform time. That uniform time is based on central meridian of the country or major city or a capital. So the uniform time followed by throughout of a country is known as standard time. Indian standard time is based on 82.5 degree east longitude. This is passed over Allahabad of Uttar Pradesh. Our IST means the Indian standard time is ahead to the 5 hour 30 minutes to the Greenwich Mean Time. So, large countries of the world, they can differences 3 to 4 hours. To avoid the differences of this 3 to 4 hours, the countries can follow time zones. For that reason, there are 24 time zones were created. The large countries like Russia, Australia, America, Canada, these countries can follow time zones. Russia's time zones were 11. Canada USA's time zones were 5. And Australia's time zones are 3. So like that, time zones were created in the world. So we all solved the problems of time. We can follow the local time and standard time. But in international level, there is a big confusion about day and date. When circumnavigation conducted by the people. So to avoid the confusion of day and date at the international level, they are marked international deadline. The line, suppose, passed over in Pacific Ocean along with 180 degree latitude, some make detours to avoid the land masses, is known as international deadline. Because to avoid the confusion of day and date, if ship cross through this line, if ship cross from east to west, they can subtract. If the ship cross this line from west to east, they can add day or date. So that is a international deadline. Okay, this is a lesson of the Earth, our living planet.